Hiya folks, it's been a while since I've been back in the log cabin. As you know, I wanted to get the Trotter van done for Jimmy's wedding. I had the engine which I was going to put back together, as you well know, and I found out there was a load of wear on the crank. So I decided obviously to get the crank sent away for repair. I took it to a Reliance specialist who was going to send the crank away for repair or regrinding and fit it with new shells and put it all back. So all I had to do was literally put the block back and put everything else onto it. That was a month ago, and I did express that I needed it for my son's wedding, which is coming up on September the 7th. Now today is the 29th, and I've messaged him a few times. I know he did go in hospital for an operation or something a couple of weeks ago, so I didn't bother him then. And I've emailed him a couple of times since then, and he said it's the crank's away at the regrinders or the engineering shop. Anyway, I messaged him yesterday, and he come back and said that I asked him if he could push it because it's getting very near the event now. And he come back and said it's at the engineering shops. They're very busy. I will ask them, he said, but I don't want to push them in case they say take it back. Does that happen? I don't know. At the end of the day, I was sort of told that, yeah, this is something they could do. And I expressed the time span. Now, if there was an issue, I wish he would have told me, because I'm now in a situation where I can't do anything. I've got no way of contacting the engineering shop. I've left that to him to do, being the specialist. And that's the situation I'm in. So the van's definitely not going to be done, which I'm a little bit gutted for. But there you go. What can you do? It's out of my hands. Perhaps I should have done it months and months ago, but I was anticipating the engine was going to be all right, because we did actually have that engine running. But after we stripped it right the way down, I noticed that the crank was knackered, basically, and all scored and worn, and I couldn't put that back together to go into the van. So anyway, so yeah, the van's not going to be ready, unfortunately. I'm at their mercy to when I get the engine back. And obviously when it does come back, then we will rebuild it and start the procedure there. But that's definitely not going to be within the next month or so by the looks of things. Anyway, I wanted also to share with you a thing I bought myself as a little project. Not a project, well, it is a project really, because it's not running. So it's got things it needs doing to it. And I've got that over the cover, under the cover there. Now, a few of you have noticed and asked me what that little, well, they know it's a motorcycle, and I wanted to know what it was. So I'm going to take the cover off it now and show you exactly what I bought probably about 2 months ago as a little present to me. Again, it's not running, it needs a bit of work on it, but I'm going to show you it right now. Right, okay, here it is. Been sitting here, I've not even looked at it since I bought it. It just come in here, sat there, and I've not even uncovered it. So let's uncover it now, just so that you can see a little present I bought for myself. Here we go. Here we go. Take the cover off. Just push that over there for the moment. I know a few of you know exactly what this is so far. Let's take that off of there. And let's take this off of there. Let's see what we got, shall we? Ready? Oh, look at that little baby. I haven't seen that for a while because it's been under the cover for 2 months. This is an RD250 air-cooled D model. The first one with the cast wheels. And as I say, it's got a couple of things needed doing to it. Namely, when I bought it, the chap told me, again, he bought it to do some work on, but it needs work on it. It does turn over and kick over, but it doesn't start because there's a problem with the ignition system. And also the front brake pads he's taken out because they were binding on, so he's actually left the pads out, so there's no brakes on it at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty nice. The old fork legs there, look. It's totally original and standard. And it has had obviously a repaint, but it's done very, very well. Everything's literally standard on it, so it does kick over, but I've not had it running. So there we go, look. Plenty of compression there. So this model came with points. So I've actually bought a new ignition system for this, which is what you call a vape system. And it converts it to electronic ignition. The seat is in lovely condition. That's obviously had a recover. It needs a bit tidying up. Like I think the brackets on the seat, yeah, that one there is not really fitted properly. Look, so just little things like that, little jobs like that, just need straightening up. The silencers are normal, standard on it. The paintwork, as I said to you, is a really nice job. It's been repainted, obviously, but I've had one of these back in 1980. In fact, it was my first big bike. The one I had was exactly the same as this, and I converted it to 350 by putting 350 heads and barrels on it. But I've actually gone out and bought, in India now, they make a 350 top end kit for this. So I did actually buy it just for the sake of it. I may or may not put it on yet, I'm not too sure, but I've got it if I ever do need it anyway. But so I've got the vape electronic ignition system to go on it. I've got the 350 top end to go on it if I ever do get round to doing that. But I've also bought a set of expansion chambers for it. Now I was going to look at the replica or the remade all-speed ones. I phoned them up and contacted them, and they said that they want the bike for 2 weeks because I wanted the pipes that come through the footrests. So for those of you that don't know, this being the D model, this had the footrests that go under the exhausts, whereas the E and the F models have the footrests that attach above. So when I wanted the new all-speed pipes to come on, back in the 80s, I had a pair that come through here, through the hoops on the footrest. I also had another set of exhaust on another RD that I had, an F model I think it was, and they were called Formula 3 ones, and they went underneath the bike, but you had to take the centre stand off with that. By having the exhaust go through the hoops there, you don't need to remove the centre stand, so that's what I wanted. And they was trying to tell me that that they needed the bike for 2 weeks so that they can get the measurements exactly right. But I wasn't quite happy with that because I said, well, the original all speeds, you just bought them off the shelf. You don't need to be specially made, surely, if you had all the original dimensions. They said because each footrest is slightly different, it could be a millimetre out and all that. Anyway, cut a long story short, I wasn't prepared to take the bike down there for 2 weeks. So I got in contact with Jim Lomas. I think they're out in Czechoslovakia. And they sent me a set of their pipes over, which I bought. I'll show you them in a minute. I'll go inside and show you them. But there's a few things, as I say, I'm doing to it. Plus, I've got to obviously sort the brakes out. It's not going to be a total stripped down job. I just want to see if I can get it running first of all, and then I can sort of do an ongoing finished job on it, like restoration or touch things up and all that. You know, I mean, things like there's on the side seat thing there. There's a bit of paint chipping on there, for example. All the fixings are possibly a little bit rusty and stuff, as you can see there, and a bit dirty and whatever. But you know, things like I can take the swinging arm out, that's got a bit of rust on it there. It looks like an honest bike at the end of the day, but all these pipes, as I say, with these connectors here, these will all be renewed and changed. I've got the new downpipes for that and everything. Things like the carbs can come off and be ultrasonic cleaned and all that. The bike is actually imported. It wasn't a British one. It come from Switzerland maybe, or German. You won't be able to tell me what that is. But that was the original dealer's mark on it. So that's obviously the original front mudguard on that. The clocks are in kmh. As you can see, it's done 38,000 kmh there. But I've also got a new clock, well, not a new clock, a UK clock on there to go on there. So I'll be changing that one over with the original. It's also got a 350LC master cylinder on, so I'll be hopefully looking to source the clear white plastic ones that go on there instead of that. That's a 350LC one. It has got dogleg levers on, which this model didn't have dogleg levers. That's only the F model that come with dogleg levers, so I may be changing them to original ones. But everything else, as you can see, looks to be in total nice original standard nick, and I can't wait to ride it. It's been years since I got rid of my last one. That's not standard, I've just seen them. They've been polished up, them brackets there. They're normally black on the original ones. So, yeah, there you go. So that's my little project I bought for myself. The fact I bought that because when I turned 60. And I wasn't ever going to get another one because this one come up for such a good price. And it come on, I see someone posted it on Facebook. And I ummed and ahed, and I thought I'm going to write the bloke an email when it come on in the morning. And I didn't bother. And I had a word with Sharon, and I said, look, I'm looking at buying one of this. I said, it's up there for a really good price at the moment. And she just said, oh, go ahead and get it. Go for it if you want it. It's your 60th birthday present to yourself. And I sent the bloke a message. I said to him there and then, after, because I've seen all the pictures of it. I'll show you the pictures now during this video. I said to him, I like the look of it. I'll have it. And I said, I'll get Jimmy to get his van. And we went down that night. This was about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I was so desperate to get hold of it because he told me it's gone mad. He said, everyone wants it. And I said, well, I'll have it, definitely have it. And I said, I'll come down and pick it up tonight. Not tomorrow, I'll do it tonight. This was at 8:30. So I drove till about 10:30 in the evening. And he come back and sort of said, okay, then you're the first one He said there was supposed to be someone coming down at 6 o'clock tonight. He said, but you're the first, and he didn't come up. So because that first bloke didn't turn up, I then jumped in and he said, you're the second one. So I said, that's why I said I'll come down tomorrow, because people would have bid more than the money that I was going to pay for it, or what it was advertised for. Believe me, these are going for silly money at the moment, although the price has come down a bit. But I paid nowhere near what this is worth. So that's why I said I've got to get there. Not only that, I said, what I'll do then, I'll pay you now, because if I would have been after one of these, and the way that all the people jumped on them, people would have said to him possibly, well, I'll give you another 300 quid or 200 quid on top of that price. So I thought, no, pay him, get the deal done, and all I've got to do is pick it up, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, that's it, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to jump on these things when they come up. I got this for a really, really good price, believe me, very, very good price. It was well underpriced. Admittedly, it wasn't running, but I mean, that's not the sort of thing on a little two-stroke Yamaha like this, which is a big problem. And yeah, so there you go, that's it. But I'll just show you this first. This is the top end set I've got for it. This is a 350 top end set. I don't want to take it out if I can help it. This is pistons, rings, everything there, look, brand new. So that's something which I could possibly put on if I wanted to, which I'm not too sure about yet. And with that you need another set of heads as well. So I've got this second set of these are genuine 350 heads, which I've got to go on it because the heads are slightly different. They've got bigger chamber areas there. So I've got a set of them as well. And I've got an oil pump for an RD400. I've also got, there's the clock for it, look. That's a D clock for an RD250 D model. You can tell the difference. The E and the F model, I think the miles per hour writing is in smaller print or smaller case. And the D model is got the capital letters, which this one's got. So that's that as well. I've also got a set of stainless steel casing screws to go on it as well. There's some new brake pads to go in it. There's a new steering lock to go in there as well, which I've got. This is the vape system. I don't know if you're going to be able to see much in here, people, but this is, as I say, brand new electronic ignition system for the bike with full fitting instructions. Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's got a new flywheel in there, like a magneto and stuff like that, and all the wiring for it there. So that's coming up as well. New coils in there as well. Right, so these are the expansion chambers from Jim Lomas. Those of you who haven't seen these before, they come in a couple of types. They've got the Formula 3 ones which go under the bike, as I said, but these ones actually come through the foot hangers, which is what I wanted. And because of that, that means you get the obviously the downpipes there as well, which go on the brand new downpipes. You also get the header brackets to bolt to the barrels, and also the sealing clamps as well that go around there to seal the pipe up as well to the downpipe as well. You also get the springs to hook on from the downpipe up a bit to them. So you've got two pairs of springs there to go on. And also you get the bracket bolts. I think these are for fixing to the actual rear of the bike as well. Now these are actually stainless steel, polished stainless steel, so these will not go rusty and they will polish up again. So yeah, that's the set there. And as you can see, they're a nice looking pipe actually, pretty similar to in between microns and all speeds, I suppose you could say. But that's what I went for, and they didn't take long to come, probably about 2 to 3 weeks I think, because I think they're made up especially for the bike model in question. So yeah, there you go, that's what I will be fitting to them. And these are standard road type, so there shouldn't be too much jetting differences, just a sort of tweak up or whatever. So yeah, so they're not a highly tuned one. weren't going for that. I don't need to do all that no more. I'm not blinking 18 no more. So I just like the sound of the pipes as opposed to the original one. So there you go, that's them. So there you go, folks. Not much to show you, but hopefully you'll enjoy that. Those of you who do like motorcycles, that's my little project. I've still got all the other projects to do. Half of the stuff I wanted to do this year, obviously I've not done because we've been so busy on our Butler's Empire channel. And obviously the things we have been doing, like the garden fence and all that, and the preference we had to do, we've taken the carport down at the front now, still got to wait to build that. We've had holidays, vlogging for our other channel. We've had videos every day for our other channel at some point to that as well. We've also been out and about there, here, there and everywhere. So we've had so much to do, and that has to take preference to the other channel because it does pay our wages. We are total full-time YouTubers as you probably well know. I did change the lights in here. I put these lights up temporary. I'm going to change these again, but one of the big ones up here was flickering, so I had to do something. So I just put these globe lights up temporarily anyway. So yeah, still loads to do. I'll bring a video to you as and when I can, as I say, because we are very busy on our other channel. And hope you've enjoyed this little update video. Anyway, thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.